Sun god Nika apparently had a mortal enemy long ago, Davy Jones. In a recent chapter of the manga, the narrator even mentioned that Rox D. Zebec worshipped a character named Davy Jones. Because of this, the topic surrounding Davy Jones has resurfaced. So who exactly is Davy Jones, and what could his role possibly be in the story of One Piece? In chapter 306, Nico Robin revealed something about Davy Jones. She said that he was a legendary pirate from long ago, who lived in the very depths of the ocean. In SBS Volume 38, Oda added more information about Davy Jones. According to that, it is said that Davy Jones was cursed by a devil or demon to live at the bottom of the sea, and throughout history, there have been a few pirates who worshipped Davy Jones. There's also a myth or legend that says whatever ship or treasure sinks to the seafloor ends up in Davy Jones' locker, since that's where he is said to reside. So it makes sense that sunken treasures are believed to go to his possession. In short, according to the legend, the seafloor itself is Davy Jones' locker. Aside from the information, Oda also gave an image of what Davy Jones might look like. He's portrayed as an old man holding a treasure chest. In fact, he looks quite similar to Blackbeard, from his teeth to the shape of his face. So let's make it clear. According to Nico Robin, Davy Jones is described as a legend or myth, and in the SBS it's also pointed out that he's based on a legend or folklore, meaning this story about Davy Jones is likely just something passed down through generations, hence earning the brand of a legend. But what if this legend is actually true? What if Davy Jones really did exist long ago? Because if we go back to chapter 2018, that's where sun god Nika was first mentioned too. It was said that during the time Who's Who was imprisoned in Mary Joas, he overheard some of the slaves talking about a legend, that a legendary warrior would one day come to save them. So according to Who's Who, the story of sun god Nika was just a tale, a myth. But as the story progressed, we eventually learned that sun god Nika wasn't just a legend, he truly existed. It was revealed that Luffy's devil fruit was in fact not the Gomu Gomu no Mi, but actually the Hito Hito no Mi model sun god Nika, meaning sun god Nika is real and not just a figure from ancient stories. Now, if we apply the same logic to Davy Jones, from being considered a mere legend to potentially being real, then I believe that Davy Jones truly existed as well. Yes, I know there are many theories floating around about Davy Jones, often portraying him as someone from the same era as Joy Boy, but in my opinion, I think Davy Jones existed way before that, perhaps during the time of sun god Nika himself. Who knows? If the Gomu Gomu no Mi was later revealed to be the Hito Hito no Mi model Nika, then maybe the Yami Yami no Mi could turn out to be the Hito Hito no Mi model Davy Jones. Could this be the reason why Blackbeard is able to consume more than one devil fruit? Because the Yami Yami no Mi creates a sort of locker inside his body, just like the mythical locker of David Jones. Anyway, if David Jones was the mortal rival of sun god Nika in the distant past, then who were the rival pairs in the generations that followed? Well, in the current era, it's obviously Luffy and Blackbeard. In the era of Rox D. Zebec, approximately 40 to 50 years ago, it was clearly Roger and Zebec. And 800 years ago, during the time of sun god Nika, it would have been Joy Boy on Nika's side, and possibly Vanderken on the side of Davy Jones. So who is Vanderken? He's the captain of the Flying Dutchman, introduced during the Fishman Island arc. Based on the lore, Vanderken is also considered a legend. It is said that Vanderken existed hundreds of years ago. One night, Decken supposedly killed his entire pirate crew. Because of this, he was punished by a god and given a curse that doomed his ship to wander the seas for eternity. Additional information reveals that at some point, Vanderken ended up on the seafloor, where he discovered the existence of the mermaid princess who had the ability to control the sea kings. Something we now know is the power of the ancient weapon Poseidon. However, Decken failed in his mission to claim that power, and ultimately died on Fishman Island. So based on this legend, there are three interesting connections between Rox D. Zebec, Blackbeard, and Davy Jones. 1. Davy Jones and Vanderken share similar origin stories. Both were cursed beings. The only difference is that Vanderken was cursed by a god, while Davy Jones was cursed by a devil or demon. 2. Vanderken and Blackbeard share another parallel. Decken allegedly killed his entire crew, much like Blackbeard killed his own crewmate, Thatch, to steal the Yami Yami no Mi. 3. As for the connection between Decken and Rox D. Zebec, both were relentless in their pursuit of immense power. Decken sought to claim the ancient weapon Poseidon, while Zebec's ambition was nothing less than to become the king of the world. We also know that a descendant of Vanderken still exists today, none other than Vanderken 9, whom we met during the Fishman Island arc. He is the direct descendant of the original Decken and claims to be the 8th generation heir of the infamous pirate. Now, assuming that each generation of the Decken bloodline lives up to 100 years, then timeline-wise, the original Vanderken would fit right into the era of Joy Boy, 800 years ago. Since the Vanderken we see today is already the 8th descendant, it adds up chronologically. And if you think about it guys, currently, Blackbeard has captured Caribou. And what does Caribou have? He holds information about the ancient weapons, including Poseidon. Could it be that Vanderken's original goal to obtain Poseidon is now being picked up by Blackbeard? Could Blackbeard be the one to continue Decken's ambition? And will he succeed in capturing Shirahoshi, the mermaid princess and current incarnation of Poseidon? Anyway, that wraps up our topic about the legendary pirate Davy Jones, along with those who may have inherited his will, Vanderken, Zebec, and Blackbeard. If you have any thoughts or theories you'd like to share that are related to Davy Jones, don't hesitate to drop them down in the comment section below so we can discuss them together. That's all for now. Peace.